This new moon sequence is intended to be practiced on days when your energy may be a bit lower, when rest and reflection are more the priority of the week. Practice as much or as little of this sequence as your body needs on this particular day, and go at a pace that suits your body, which may not align with the pace that I move through in the video. Let's begin. Find a comfortable seated position on your mat, and we'll begin with the cleansing breath to prepare for the practice. Place your hands on your shoulders, fingertips in front, thumbs behind, arms parallel to the ground. Close your eyes and shift your gaze to your brow point. As you inhale, twist left. As you exhale, twist right. We'll begin with 25 rounds. Inhale, hold. When you can't hold anymore, exhale, release, and relax your hands down to the tops of your knees. Sit quietly and observe how you feel in this moment. Observe anything that your body may be feeling or experiencing at this moment. Then move towards the back of your mat and take a kneeling seat on your heels. Take your knees slightly wider than your hips, toes together, and fold forward so your forehead rests on the ground or on one or both fists in Child's 2 posture. If your forehead reaches the ground, extend your palms out towards the top of your mat and connect them together overhead. Take a moment to decide how you would like to feel when you're done practicing, and do your best to honor that intention throughout your practice. Find your breath, and on an inhale, move up to a kneeling seated position, or hero posture. Take your thighs parallel to each other. Now you may need blocks in this posture if there's significant tension in your thighs. If not, and if you can sit all the way back onto your heels, begin to walk your hands behind you into a reclining hero posture, perhaps even resting on your forearms. Take your gaze forward and notice the sensation through the top of your legs. Stay tuned in to your breath. On your next inhale, rise back up from this posture and walk your hands to the top of your mat. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and transition to downward facing dog. Gently bicycle your heels by bending one knee and then the other. Inhale, lift your heels, and exhale, lower your heels. Remember, it's not necessary that your heels reach the ground, but what's more important is that your spine hangs long. Soften your knees and create a stationary downward facing dog. Remember that today's practice is about compassion, nurturing, rest. Listen to your body and do what it's telling you or needing from you today. On an inhale, slowly begin to walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Bind your arms around each other by holding one elbow in each hand and let your upper body hang with gravity. Let your neck shake side to side in a no fashion, saying no to any sort of tension or worry that may be coming into your mind today. Then allow your head to nod yes, saying yes to yourself, yes to nurturing. Inhale, extend your spine and look forward. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Then with intention, stand, push out through your chest and rise all the way up. Relax your hands at your sides in mountain posture. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Inhale, circle your arms out wide, place them on your low back, and look up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees, lunar forward bend. Extend your spine to gazing, then step back with your first side foot into a runner's lunge. Turn your front foot outward and rock onto the outside blade of your back foot into a side plank fashion, or rest on your knee. Sweep your second side arm overhead, then back down towards your heel or the back of your mat. Once again overhead, then back towards your heel. Circle your arm all the way around back behind you and exhale, bring it around to the front 2 times. Then pass through a runner's lunge and turn towards the long edge of your mat. Begin to move through a flowing side lunge to the back of your mat, then to the top. Eventually, turn to a runner's lunge facing the back of your mat. From runner's lunge, rock onto the outside blade of your back foot and turn your front foot out. Begin to move through Nectar of the Moon vinyasa again. Sweep your top arm overhead, then towards your heel 2 times, and then circle it around towards the back of you twice before turning back into a runner's lunge. From runner's lunge, step back into plank or modified plank with knees on the ground. Then set both knees onto the ground, stack your hips over your knees, and begin to walk your hands out towards the short edge of your mat. Keep your arms as straight as possible and move into kneeling dog. It's okay if your forehead doesn't reach the ground. The idea is that your arms stay as straight as possible. Notice the sensation in your shoulders and breathe. Slowly begin to bring yourself forward and lie down on your stomach in a prone position. Connect your palms overhead and just reconnect with the intent you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Relax. Rest. Then extend your first side arm out to the side of your body, palm flat at shoulder height. On an inhale, begin to roll open towards shoulder roll 1. Use your opposite hand as leverage to press your chest open and take one or both feet flat to the floor if it's in your practice. If both feet are on the floor, circle your top arm up and over in the direction of your opposite arm for shoulder roll 1. On an exhale, release out of this posture. Bring both hands underneath your shoulders and slowly inhale, press your chest off the ground into Cobra. Open your heart. Let the energy that's in your body reflect out. Breathe and draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Exhale, release. Move through a push-up or kneeling push-up into downward facing dog. Remember, soften your knees. Create length in your spine. Then inhale, extend your second side foot up towards the ceiling. Then option to open your hip by bending your knee and relaxing your foot towards the back of you into a 3-legged dog. Remember, this is only an option. You may choose to stay in downward facing dog. Exhale, release your foot back down to the ground, and inhale, extend your opposite leg up towards the ceiling. Option to bend your knee and open your hip, perhaps even circling your ankle. On an exhale, release your foot, then inhale, sweep your foot forward between your hands through runner's lunge. Rock onto the outside blade of your foot and move once again through Nectar of the Moon vinyasa. Sweep your arm overhead, then exhale towards your foot. Once again, circle your arm all the way around behind you 2 times, then pass back through runner's lunge. Move into a flowing side lunge, flowing from side to side, and just creating sensation and heat in your body. Then pivot back towards the top of your mat this time into runner's lunge. Once again, Nectar of the Moon vinyasa on this side. Circle your arm overhead, then towards your heel twice. Then big arm circle back behind you and around 2 times. Return to runner's lunge and step back to plank or modified plank with knees on the ground. It's all circular in this practice. Set both knees down onto the ground, hips stacked over your knees, and begin to walk your hands towards the top of your mat for kneeling dog once again. Notice that you may be able to take this posture a slight bit deeper than you were the first time, as your arms and shoulders have warmed a bit. Elbows lifted, squeeze your shoulders towards each other, and breathe. On an inhale, rise up from the posture, then lower yourself down to the ground into a prone position or face down. Relax your forehead down to the ground, connect your palms overhead, and just be. Embrace this time of rest, knowing that your body and your abilities are better for it. Bring your second side arm out to the side of your body, palm flat, hand at shoulder height. Begin to roll open into shoulder roll 1, second side. If both feet are on the ground and knees towards the ceiling, circle your opposite arm up and over in the direction of your opposite hand. On an exhale, release the posture and return to your chest. Bring both hands directly under your shoulders and inhale up to Cobra. Circle your shoulders down away from your ears. Soften your elbows and notice the length that you're creating in the front side of your body. Release and inhale through a push-up or kneeling push-up into downward facing dog. Soften your knees, broaden your scapula, and relax the muscles around your eyes. We've just moved through nearly a full moon salutation, remembering our cyclical nature. On an inhale, step or walk your feet forward. Relax into a lunar forward bend or a gentle forward bend. Then extend your spine. Bring your hands to your hips or on your low back and rise up to standing. Palms open to the front of you in mountain posture. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, and with your second side hand, gently tug on your first side wrist and laterally bend towards the second side. Then inhale back to center and exhale, do the same thing on the opposite side, creating length through your side body. Then on an exhale, step with your first side foot wide on your mat and open to the long edge of your mat. Squat down into a goddess squat. Bring both hands to your thighs and begin to gently, organically move your upper body and hips as you sway side to side, just beginning to create fluidity in your body. Drop one shoulder towards your opposite knee and press your thighs open. Then repeat on the second side as well. Move in a way that feels good to your body. Then inhale, extend your arms out wide and upwards into star. Take your arms parallel to the ground. Turn your first side foot parallel to the long edge of your mat. Bend that knee and begin to slide your hand on the top of your leg into triangle posture. Move until you feel a slight stretch through your side body as well as your hamstring. It's okay to angle your back foot forward slightly as well to allow for a softer approach with your pelvis. Take your gaze upwards towards your hands and notice your side body. On an exhale, take both hands down towards the ground and turn both feet towards the back edge of your mat so that feet are parallel and hip width apart, yet they'll be longer. Bend your first side knee and relax your chest over your thigh into pyramid posture. Let go of any tension that may still reside in your neck. Then inhale, lengthen your spine and your stance by stepping your back foot farther back. Rise up into a kneeling lunge. Place the top of your back foot flat on the ground. Be confident in this posture. Then bring both hands down to the ground. Pivot both feet back towards the long edge of your mat and shift your weight towards the back of your mat for a side lunge. Place your second side hand directly on the inside of your foot and use your elbow to gently press your knee open. Then rock your first side toes up towards the ceiling and strongly engage your thigh. Just allow your chest to be open and square to the long edge of your mat. Breathe. Maintain the length in your spine. Shift your hips towards center and heel-toe step your feet slightly closer together. Turn your toes outward and return to goddess squat. This time, bring your left arm over your right, palms towards touching for eagle arms. Notice this through your shoulders and feel the strength in this posture, the grounding in this posture. Release your arms and fold forward into widespread forward bend. Once again, let gravity take over and support your upper body. On an inhale, lengthen your stance and shift your weight to the back edge of your mat for side lunge, second side. This time, turn your first side toes towards the corner of your mat, second side toes up towards the ceiling, and strongly engage the top of your thigh. Create length in your spine. And although this posture may be challenging to you, it's going to help create balance within your pelvis and within your body. Then inhale, walk your hands back towards the top of your mat, pass through a runner's lunge, set your knee down on the ground and move into a kneeling lunge. Breathe into the energy that this posture can create. And although we're not creating exceptional energy in this practice, it is important to still feed your body energetic practices. Inhale, lift your back knee and shorten your stance. Press your back heel straight into the ground and soften your front knee. Fold forward over your leg into pyramid posture. Remember, it's okay to keep a slight bend in your front knee for this posture. You may even consider using blocks, as that will help bring the floor up closer to your body and create more length in your spine. On an inhale, press both feet down into the ground. Spin your back heel towards the center of your mat and maybe walk your front heel so that it lines up with the arch of your back foot. Then rise up, pass through star, and exhale, slide your hand down the top of your leg into triangle posture, second side. It's okay to keep your knee bent or soft here to create length in your spine. Triangle is a posture that opens your heart, allows for kindness and love. Send that kindness and love to yourself today. Inhale, rise up from the posture, shift your heels inward and squat down into goddess squat one last time today. Take your right arm over top of your left into eagle arms. And choose the depth of this squat that your body is needing in this moment. You could be getting fatigued. That's okay. Give yourself a break when needed in this posture and in this practice. Move organically. Inhale. Pass through star, then step back towards the top of your mat, extended mountain. Gently tug on your second side arm and laterally bend to the side. Then inhale back to center and switch sides. Return to extended mountain and exhale back down, hands at your sides for mountain posture. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward, palms to the ground. Lengthen your spine to gazing, then walk or step back to plank or modified plank with knees on the ground and lower all the way down to the ground. Inhale through Cobra and exhale, lower down. This is the first part of a sun salutation. Move through a push-up and exhale into downward facing dog. Knees soft, spine long. Set your knees down on your mat or step forward into a seated position. You can continue to face the top of your mat. Create length in your spine and sit tall. Then bring your first side hand to the outside of your second side knee and rotate your spine into owl posture or an easy seated twist. Look back over your shoulder, maybe even tuck your chin down slightly to create more of a stretch through your neck. Breathe. Gentleness, compassion. Return to center and switch sides. There is no goal of breath practice with this sequence. Simply move in a way that feels good to your body. Each movement doesn't have to match up with your breath. Whatever you're doing in this moment is exactly what your body needs. Tune in to how it feels. Then step both feet hip width apart. Take your hands slightly behind you, fingertips forward, and lift your hips up off the ground into a tabletop position. Neck can either be engaged and looking forward, or relax your head and take your gaze towards the ceiling. Then exhale, release back down to the ground, have a seat. Take your feet out in front of you into a loose diamond shape and exhale, fold forward. Now, if this loose diamond shape is not as comfortable to you as it may be for some, just find a comfortable, easy seated position where you can fold forward slightly. It doesn't have to be very deep, just in a way that feels good to your body. Tuck your chin and notice the back line of your body. Then when you're ready, gently roll down onto your back on your mat. Bring both feet close to your hips. Feet hip width apart. Place your palms flat on the ground beside you or hold on to the fronts of your ankles. Then inhale, lift your hips up off the ground into a bridge position. Now, if you feel like you know you've got more going on in your day that is going to require effort and energy of you, you may consider adding some pulses to this bridge by simply lowering your hips, then lifting, and match your breath with your movement just in this particular part of the sequence. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower, just to energize yourself a little bit more. Now, if this is the end of your day and you're getting ready to turn in for the night, this may not be what you want to do. You may just want to pause in bridge, then relax down, hug your knees to your chest, and take one more pass at bridge. This is your practice, whatever feels best to you. Hug knees to chest, paddle your feet back and forth, or maybe even circle your ankles. Then use a little bit of momentum to see if you can rock your body up and over your head. Use your hands to support your low back and move towards plow posture. Now, if plow is not in your practice, then simply hug your knees to chest and begin to move into a supine spinal twist. Draw your first side knee into your chest and use your opposite hand to draw the knee across your body. No right or wrong way to do this posture. Just simply move in a way that feels good to your body. Inhale back to center and switch sides. Exhale, draw your knee across your body. Twist. Twists are so good for nourishing our insides, for our digestive system, for cleansing. You'll see more twists in our waning sequence or moving away from the full moon. Exhale, extend both legs out to the end of your mat. Relax your palms open by your sides. Close your eyes and find a comfortable position to sustain for a moment. Now, if lying flat on your back like this is not comfortable to you, take both feet flat on the floor, knees towards the ceiling, and find a constructive rest position where there's no effort in your legs. Perhaps even allow your knees to collapse inward. Shift your awareness to your breath without posturing it in any sort of a way. Just notice that it's there, sustaining you. Allow it to relax and move back to quiet, stillness. As your mind begins to wander, bring it back to your breath. Slowly begin to awaken your body and move up to a comfortable seated position. Prepare for alternate nostril breathing or Nadi Shodhana. Use your first two fingers, anchor them at your brow point, and your right thumb to close your right nostril. Then inhale through your left, close both nostrils, and pause. Exhale out through your right. Pause on the exhale. Inhale through your right, close both nostrils. Exhale through your left. Pause. Inhale once again through your left. Pause and close both nostrils. Exhale out through your right. Pause at the bottom before inhaling once again through the right. Pause at the top and exhale out through your left. Continue in this rhythmic pattern with the natural rhythm of your breath. Resist the urge to try to posture your breath in any sort of a way. Allow it to organically evolve, to be calm and relaxed. This is a practice that is intended to enhance clarity and to give you a fresh start. Move through about 5 to 10 rounds of this practice. Remember to relax your breath. Just allow. Relax the muscles in your face and relax the muscles in your arm. Occasionally they begin to tire, or subconsciously we create tension in the arm that is doing the work in this practice. So remember to relax. When you feel as though you have done all that your body needs with this practice today, relax both hands down, resting open on your knees, and sit in a comfortable position. Just observe what comes up. Revisit the intent you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Give a thought of gratitude. Then bring both hands to heart center. Begin to briskly rub them together. Interlace your fingers, stretch your palms high to the ceiling, reach into any areas you may have missed. Then exhale audibly out through your mouth. And when you are ready, move on with your day.